Tobacco's coverage of the 2025 PCA Trade Show and Convention is brought to you by Drew Estate, the rebirth of cigars.
What's going on, everybody? Matt Tobacco from SmokeandTobacco.com. I'm here at PCA 2025 in New Orleans with coverage brought to you by Drew Estate, and I am with perhaps one of my favorite people in this business, Mr. Pete Johnson.
Thank you, sir.
Of Tatuaje.
Tatuaje.
That's right.
How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm tired.
I'm sure.
You also.
I'm tired.
It's only the first day, and then we're all going. I mean, this is, dude, I'll be honest, this is a great city. And I'm actually happy the weather is amazing.
Dude, it's perfect.
If you told me we had to come back here every year, I'd prefer it over Vegas because Vegas doesn't have the same culture that this city has.
Food's good here, too.
And the food's amazing. We walked last night. We were supposed there was a 26-minute walk that turned into like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, it felt like 2 hours. And that's why my foot is hurting me.
My feet are killing me.
But at least it's sightseeing. You know, you can't do this in Vegas.
It's very historical.
Yeah.
Which I know you're big on that stuff,
I
too.
love the vampire stuff. Love the vampire stuff.
Yeah. Did you go to the witch doctors and all that?
No, but I did a vampire tour the first time I ever came down here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I was obsessed with the Interview with the Vampire, so like, yeah, I had to see everything.
Knowing what I know about you, it makes sense. Yeah. Well, first of all, there's a couple of things of business I have with you here.
Business.
Let's do this first.
Okay.
In 2024,
yes,
you were voted our Person of the Year.
Awesome.
For your contributions to the industry, the respect to the media that you have.
Did you see the new hand-rolled episode?
I did.
It's
very
not,
good.
It's not done yet, but
I know.
But it's really cool. I think for me, it's one of the funnest ones. Plus, Julio, he was supposed to be in the original, but logistically, Christian couldn't work it out, and the guys never got to Honduras.
Yeah.
So that was one big regret that I had, that he wasn't in the first one. So I'm really happy that you have such a big icon in the industry finally getting, a nice nod.
Yeah.
He's a cowboy, dude. That guy's badass.
Dude, he is.
Yeah.
I think that might be the best one yet. I mean, it's a really
the
cool
history
story.
lesson. The history lesson. People want to learn about tobacco history. Watch this new episode of Handroll because
Absolutely.
you're going to learn a lot. And that's what this whole series is for. I really want to get Fuente on the docket, but these things aren't made for free. They get very expensive to do.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Fuente would be,
Yeah, a lot of history there.
Yeah. We could do a whole episode just on Opus X.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
And then Carlito will call me crazy for having an Opus X tattoo on my arm.
Yeah. Which I think you were one of the first to do.
I was the first.
Yeah.
Absolutely the first.
I've seen others, but I've always said I think Pete was the first one.
Yeah, I was the first, and then after everybody saw the Opus tattoo, everybody was asking me to be a billboard for the industry and put their logos on my body. I go, no. I did the Opus X because I'm a fan, and Carlito and his dad were so good to me when I was younger, when I was just an annoying kid that wanted to learn. They were like super cool, and that marked my life. So,
yeah,
literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, back of the arm here.
Where is it? Back here? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Okay, there we go. That's really cool. I like
when
that.
I got it, I didn't have many empty spaces, so
You had to squeeze it in?
yeah, and that's before I started this. So it was like one of my last pieces on this arm. And then when I started my own company, I started doing everything like memory arm type of thing.
That's cool.
That's fun.
Really nice. Well, I mean, that's Tatuaje.
Yeah. It's funny, I got
It comes full circle.
I got that tattoo on Sunset Boulevard, just down, like a block down the street from my old office that was on Sunset Boulevard.
No shit.
Yeah, so eventually I ended up going back to Sunset and opening up an office. And that building's long gone. But it's a little fun for me because I was like, that's where I got that tattoo. Not a lot of people know that. Sunset Strip tattoo.
Boom.
Yeah. Anyway, that, awesome. Thank you.
This is for you.
I love the industry, so it's like, it means
I know you do.
It means a lot that for me, it actually means more to give back to an industry that's given me so much. So thank you for this, and I'll wear it proudly. I'll try not to disappoint this year.
And hopefully you get Cigar of the Year soon. You've come so close the last few years. You've been in like the top 5, the top 3.
One day.
So close. But I tell you, you've so many good releases though. One of these years, like in the next 2 or 3 years, I see you getting our top spot.
Awesome.
I just
I'm trying.
Keep it up,
I'm
man.
trying. Maybe this year.
Maybe
with like Corojo.
a little bit of competition this year. But
Maybe one of these Corojos. We'll see.
they're smoking good. Well, speaking of, tell us about what you have to show. I know you have a good lineup, and there's some really exciting things. I think that
we
people
love
get really excited about.
We love showing the representation of wrapper. We love showing off how wrapper changes a cigar so much. So we decided to add 2 wrappers into the 7th size, which is the Corona Gorda. So we added the Tuxla, which was a limited release a couple years ago, but we brought it back for full production. And then the Corojo version. So now you have 5 different wrappers in the 7th size Corona Gorda. And then that mimics what we do with the 2012 5 wrappers. It's just a good way for people to understand what the wrapper will do for a cigar, and they can sit down and smoke all 5 and go, well, I don't like Corojo, or I don't like this wrapper, but I love that one.
Right.
So it's an educational thing more than anything. Then we have 2 big Faustos, 60 ring gauges. One's 187 millimeters long, and the other one's 110 millimeters long. So we don't really have a real name for them, but we call them big and fat and short and fat.
I feel like those are adjectives that are used to describe a lot of things.
Yeah.
People.
That and
things people have.
Here, sorry, I'm looking at the booth trying to remember what we have over there. We have a couple things that we're not even selling yet, but we're showing off. The PCA 2025 we're actually selling, but it won't be delivered until next year.
Okay.
Until January, actually.
Okay.
And then we have
any reason for the long delay?
Just age time.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is kind of more built on demand, but we already have them in production. It's just I want to make sure that we supply the demand.
Sure. Yep.
Then we have a new surrogate called Backline. That's my T-shirt.
Bang.
Backline. It's all modeled. So this is Dan's idea. It's all modeled after amp tubes. So the cigar, if you look at the cigar, it's got a little nipple head and shaggy foot. So so you have the preamp and the power amp.
Yeah.
So there's 2 different cigars, different wrapper colors, same wrapper but different shades. So you'll see, you'll open the box and go, well, why is one lighter than the other? Because the power amp's got to have a little bit more power, right? The Cote d'Or, Atelier Cote d'Or, which is a play off the original Cote d'Or with Sancti Spiritus and Pella d'Oro.
Yep.
That's so surrogate, and the Cote d'Or will probably be like June-ish, I think. And then the Corojo release, which is 3 different Corojos, the Avion 13 in Corojo, the T110, the actual T110 in Corojo, and the Cojete Corojo. Those will all come out together sometime in the summer also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
we're not even selling them because those are allocated products that we're eventually going to give the reps an allocation for. But we wanted to show them off.
Sure.
And then, of course, the pork tenderloin, which I did not want to put on display to take away. Well, I wanted this to create the noise and not that. That would have taken away everything. So that's coming.
But I think people are going to be very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to finally get it out too. So
yeah,
that's coming soon.
Well, that's cool. Once again, great lineup. You got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, not too heavy, but we're trying to make sure we fill the calendar. Yeah,
just right. And then you're doing something with you have the Sex Tooth release.
Yeah, so we're standing next to it. It's not a Fausto. It's called Sex Tooth. My buddy, I'll just call him, his stage name is Sex Tooth. Musician, poet, known him for 20 plus years. And he doesn't drink, but I do. And when I was drinking on his back patio, I just looked at him and said, I want to use your name and do a cigar. And he's a big cigar fiend and, very big artist. And I'm like, I want to do something with your music and your lyrics and do a cigar after it, but I want it to be poor man's luxury. So we're trying to land in a price point between $600 and $850, I think, to really go after I think a market that's not being hit anymore. I think a lot of people are coming out with really expensive cigars. My job is to put a cigar in every category that anybody can afford.
Right.
So, and it's solid. They're all like 4.5 inches long and different ring gauges. Yeah, it's fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Something to, that's the thing about you guys is you do a lot of different stuff, and there's quite a variety. So.
Yeah, it's really about having a really diverse portfolio and making sure that, again, making sure there's flavor profiles, but also price points that everybody can, you know, even the guy that drives a tractor for a living that can't afford a luxury item, this is going to be his luxury item. So that's the point behind it. We're coming out with more Series P's from Nicaragua and Honduras, and those are $4. So you're like, we really want
everyone's included.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We have our $50 and $60 cigars for a reason, and those are some crazy special items that I've been aging for a very long time, but those are made for a purpose. Everything's got a purpose behind it.
Absolutely.
I always like to say that I want to make cigars with purpose behind them and not just make them widgets.
Yeah.
Like, just selling a cigar is not attractive to me. Like, I mean, it is a business, but at the same time, I want to make these things for
it's an artistry.
A different reason. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then hopefully someone actually likes them. Because if they don't, we're stuck smoking them. They better be good.
Well, listen, Pete, we're running out of time, but thank you.
I love you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. Congratulations, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, brother.
Guys, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more coverage brought to you by Drew Estate. Take care.